is Jojo and I like to read. Your book give a voice to the channel that helps young people learn new vocabulary and listen to interesting stories. The book I'm reading today is Star Wars: Fall of the Jedi. One of the wisest and most powerful groups in the galaxy, the Jedi Order of the Noble Protectors of the Republic. They uphold justice during times of peace and defend the Republic during the Clone Wars. Yoda is the leader of the Jedi High Council and accomplished many things over the course of his 900 years. He has commanded armies into battle. He has trained thousands of aspiring Jedi Knights. He has made great friends and dangerous foes. From the golden days of the Galactic Republic to the chaos of the Clone Wars, the Jedi's influence on galactic events in the Republic is important as far-reaching as the little Jedi Master himself. This is the Jedi story. Yoda. Yoda is one of the greatest Jedi Masters ever known. His power with the Force and talent with a lightsaber are matched only by his vast wisdom and compassion. The Grand Master is always willing to teach those who have the patience to listen. Portrait of a Jedi. Yoda has a reptilian appearance, a wrinkled, bumpy forehead, long, pointed ears, and wispy gray hair on the back of his head. Like most Jedi, Yoda dresses in simple, durable robes. Homeworld, unknown. Birth date, 896 BBY. Rank, Grand Master, trained by, unknown. Weapon, green-bladed lightsaber. In battle, many enemies underestimate Yoda because of his size and age. Little do they know that when he finally cuts loose, he becomes a leaping, bouncing, Jedi lightsaber swinging blur of Jedi fighting skill. Yoda can use the Force to draw his lightsaber from his robes into his hand. He is the master of the Ataru lightsaber form, which involves leaps, twirls, and twists. Yoda's life isn't all hard work and fighting. He also enjoys cooking and reading the latest Jedi periodicals. Small but mighty. Yoda may not be very tall, but what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for in power. His ability to channel the Force enables this aged Jedi Grand Master to leap great distances, perform acrobatic stunts, deflect weapon fire, and defeat enemies in battle. Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? Small size, big power. It's easy to underestimate Yoda. In most of the galaxy, the bigger something is, the tougher it is. But when it comes to the Jedi, what matters most is their ability to sense and channel the Force. A Force push. Thanks for his abilities to push and pull objects using the Force, Yoda does not even need to lay hands on his enemies to make them move out of his way. When Emperor Palpatine's guards tried to stop him in the Senate building, Yoda only has to gesture, and they go flying. Force building. The Force binds everything together in the galaxy together, but it can be used to take things apart as well. A highly Force-sensitive Jedi such as Yoda can use his powers to disassemble objects and rebuild them in different ways to make walls, cages, stairs, and even spaceships. Force deflection. Even without his lightsaber, Yoda is far from defenseless. He can use the Force to redirect all kinds of attacks, from blaster bolts and projectiles to the Force lightning wielded by Dark Soul Lords of the Sith. When Darth Sidious hurls the deadly power of the dark side at him, Yoda simply catches it and gathers it up to throw it back to him. The Force is an invisible energy field that flows through every living being. Jedi are very sensitive to the Force. They spend years in deep study learning how to harness it in different ways. Legendary Jedi Master Mace Windu is respected throughout the galaxy for his wisdom, courage, and skill with a lightsaber. Mace was the head of the Jedi Council before Yoda, but then he stepped down to lead the troops in the Clone Wars. Mace is Yoda's second in command. When Yoda goes on to an emergency rescue mission in Alderaan, Mace is the first Jedi he calls on for help. Mace and Yoda often trade wisdom and advice. They both sense Anakin Skywalker's strong emotional attachments and fear for the young Jedi's future. The oppression of the Sith will never return. Homeworld, Harkoon Call. Birthdate, 72 BBY. Rank, Jedi Master. Trained by, unknown. Weapon, purple bladed lightsaber. Like Yoda, Mace prefers to resolve conflict through negotiation, but when Jedi are forced into war, Mace doesn't hesitate to fight for the things that he believes in. Palpatine's arrest. Yoda respects Mace's loyalty and commitment to the justice and the Jedi Order. When Mace learns that Supreme Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord, he tries to arrest him. Unfortunately, for Mace, his doubts about Anakin prove to be correct. The young Jedi interferes during the duel against Palpatine and sides with the Sith. Battle of Geonosis. As the Clone Wars begin, Yoda and Mace come up with a two-part plan to stop the Separatist droid army on Geonosis. While Yoda goes to gather an army of clone troopers, Mace leads a strike force of Jedi Knights in a direct attack. During the battle, the Master Duelist faces and defeats infamous bounty hunter Jango Fett. Yoda the Teacher. In his 8 centuries of teaching, Yoda has instructed many Padawans, including some of the most famous Jedi of all time. Yoda is a natural teacher and is dedicated to providing generations of Padawans with the knowledge, skills, and attitude to become a Jedi. History lesson. The students in Yoda's classes do not always understand the meanings of his lectures at first, but as they grow wiser and older, they will come to appreciate their earliest lessons. One of the students' favorite classrooms is the Holocron Vault in the Jedi Temple, where they can watch holographic recordings from the long history of the Jedi Order. Yoda's Padawans. New Jedi initiates are placed in clans and attend classes and training together. One of these is Bear Clan, the group of brave younglings from different worlds. These students have already had more adventures than many Jedis twice their age. The ultimate test. Yoda knows no matter how well a student does at the academy, the real test can only be found outside the safety of the Jedi Temple. When Anakin becomes an apprentice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, he risks his life by chasing a shape-shifting bounty hunter Sam Wessel on Coruscant. What makes a good student? Yoda requires more from his students than just great skill. Although young Anakin Skywalker is an excellent pilot with a very powerful connection to the Force, Yoda feels that his lateness to Jedi training and his overpowering emotions make him a poor candidate to become a Jedi. Chancellor Palpatine. Yoda and the other Jedi know that Palpatine as the kindly Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Republic. But Palpatine is secretly Darth Sidious, a Dark Lord from the Sith who steers events but from behind the scenes to achieve his goal of controlling the galaxy. Palpatine's Shuttle. Officially, Palpatine's Theta-class T-2C shuttle carries him on Senate business, but is also handy for sneaky escape when his identity as Darth Sidious is about to be exposed. Dark Deceiver. Few can deceive a 900-year-old Jedi Master, but Palpatine is so strong in the dark side of the Force that not even Yoda suspects his true evil nature. He uses cover to manipulate the Jedi, for example, by giving them false information and sending them into separatist traps. Homeworld, Naboo. Birthday, 82 BBY. Rank, Supreme Chancellor. Trained by Darth Plagueis. Weapon, red-bladed lightsaber. Force lightning. Rise of the Emperor. When the pieces of his plan come together, Palpatine betrays the Jedi and installs him as Emperor of the new Galactic Empire. Seeing one last chance to confront the Sith Lord and restore peace to the galaxy, Yoda duels with him in the Senate building on Coruscant, but he's outmatched by the Emperor's range and power. Dark side agents. Palpatine uses others to do his dirty work while he keeps his distance and maintains his cover. Darth Maul. Yoda realizes the Sith have returned when Darth Sidious apprentice strikes on Tatooine. Asajj Ventress. Wielding twin lightsabers, this Jedi-trained Night Sister often goes on missions for the Separatists, often coming up against Yoda. Savage Opress. Although there can only be 2 Sith at a time, the ranks of the dark side expand with the warriors, including Darth Maul's brutal brother. Count Dooku. To Yoda and most of the galaxy, Count Dooku is the head of the Separatists, a nobleman and a former Jedi, who leads the attack against the Republic. But like his master Palpatine, Dooku leads a double life, as Sith apprentice Darth Tyrannus. Homeworld, Surrend. Birthday, 102 BBY. Rank, Sith Lord, former Jedi Master. Trained by Yoda, followed by Darth Sidious. Weapon, red-bladed lightsaber. When Dooku was a Jedi Padawan, he learned the art of lightsaber combat from Yoda himself. That is how he knows of the kyber crystals hidden in the lightsabers of Yoda's pupils, and how Yoda realizes his former student is responsible when they're stolen by General Grievous. Solar Sailor. Dooku's Genosian Punwarka 116 class interstellar sloop has a solar sail that propels it silently through space. A speedy getaway. Like any good villain, Dooku knows when to stand and fight and when it's better to turn tail and run. If the odds are against him, he hops on his modified Flitnot speeder and flees to safety. Dooku's talent with the lightsaber is rivaled only by his intelligence and cunning. His knowledge of technology aids him in his scheme for the stolen kyber crystals. He plans to use them to build an army of loyal, Force-enhanced clone warriors to fight alongside the Sith, starting with Jek 14. Having lost Dooku to the dark side, Yoda works hard to make sure his younglings understand the difference between right and wrong. When Yoda and Dooku confront each other during the first battle of the Clone Wars, the Count has grown strong on the dark side of the Force. But as the teacher and former Padawan duel with the Force powers and lightsaber blades, it quickly becomes clear that Yoda is still the master. Yoda is the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, a position that holds great honor and respect. Yoda works alongside the wisest and most skilled Jedi of the Council. Together, they select other talented Jedi to undertake special missions, plan military strategies in times of war, and seek guidance from the Force. The Jedi Council. The Jedi High Council is made up of 12 exemplary Jedi Masters who are elected to guide the Jedi Order. The Council members meet in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant to discuss the matters of importance to the Republic and to advise the Supreme Chancellor, the leader of the Republic. Legendary Leader. To become Grand Master, a Jedi must receive a unanimous vote from the entire Jedi Council and display the highest degree of wisdom, skill, and responsibility. During the Clone Wars, Yoda has to lead his fellow Jedi in both peace and battle. Ki-Adi-Mundi. As a Surian, Ki-Adi-Mundi has a binary brain in his large head that helps him focus on multiple tasks at the same time. Unlike the most Jedi, he joined the Council as a knight before reaching the rank of Master. Shakti is a Togruta member of the Jedi Council. She often takes on missions of defense, whether rescuing captured allies or protecting new clone troopers on Kamino, or safeguarding the Jedi Temple from attack. Agent Kolar. Like fellow member Ian Cloth, Agent Kolar is a Zabrak. Kolar prefers fighting to discussion and negotiation, and often is the first to ignite his lightsaber. He is almost as good a duelist as the legendary Mace Windu. Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto is an amphibious Nautulan who is equally at home in water and on land. His victories as a general in the Clone Wars lead his to appointment in the Jedi High Council, although he is too modest to accept it at first. Saci Tin, a horned telepathic Itochi, Saci Tin is an important member of the Jedi Council. He is a brave soldier and celebrated starfighter pilot. Tin's mind-reading abilities give him a natural advantage in both space and lightsaber combat. When he was first brought before the High Council as a child, Koth was thought to be too old for Jedi training. Fortunately, the strong Force user has proved his worth and has even gone to serve on the Council himself. Plo Koon, a Jedi Council member of the Keldor species, Plo Koon has to wear a special mask to see and breathe when off his home planet. Koon has a strong sense of justice and is skilled at moving objects using the Force. Luminira Unduli, Miralan Jedi Master Luminira Unduli leads her clone troopers alongside Yoda during the Battle of Yashik. Her chin tattoos symbolize her dedication to constantly improving her physical skills. Even Peel, Jedi Council member Even Peel shows fearlessness in battle more than it makes up for his small stature. The battle-worn Jedi's long Lennic ears gives him super-sensitive hearing. Ayala Secura, a Twi'lek Jedi Master, Ayala Secura has confronted and overcome the temptations of the dark side of the Force. She is intelligent and a talented lightsaber wielder, but she still retains a mischievous streak. Baris Afi, as Master Unduli's Padawan apprentice, Baris Afi has already seen much of the chaos caused by warfare. That is why she is trained as a Jedi healer. Her Maryland face tattoos signify her achievements as a healer. General Grievous. Yoda has rarely faced an enemy as filled with hate as a savage cyborg. Grievous, the terrifying supreme commander of the Separatist droid army, delights in causing mayhem and trouble, especially for the Jedi. What does a wise Jedi Master do when faced with an opponent with 4 whirling lightsabers? Easy. Yoda uses his lightsaber to slice the floor out from under his foe. Lightsabers. Grievous may not be force sensitive, but he is deadly with a lightsaber. His prized possession is a collection of Jedi lightsabers, each taken from a defeated foe. He is evil enough to even steal the lightsabers of Jedi Padawans. The Malevolence. The secret Separatist superweapon, Malevolence, is one of General Grievous' flagships. Its armored affair of giant ion pulse cannons that can knock out the power of an entire Republic fleet. Grievous Starfighter. When task calls for his own personal touch, General Grievous makes use of his modified Belubab 22 Starfighter, the Soulless One. Its enhanced hyperdrive transports him swiftly across the galaxy as he carries out the sinister plans of Count Dooku and Darth Sidious. Droid Army. Grievous may resemble a droid, but that doesn't mean he has to like them. His favorite hobby is shouting at his battle droids and ordering them into battle. And if Yoda and the other Jedi destroy the droids, who cares? The Separatists can always make more. A match for the Jedi. Grievous was once an organic being, but he chose to be rebuilt as a cyborg as he almost died in a shuttle crash. He had always been jealous of the Jedi's abilities. Now, his cyborg body would be strong enough to fight them. Even so, Grievous knows how powerful Yoda is and prefers to avoid directly challenging the skilled Jedi Master. Homeworld, Kaylee. Birthday, unknown. Rank, Supreme Commander. Trained by Count Dooku. Weapon, blaster lightsabers. Yoda the General. Yoda does not like to use violence, but he will fight to defend the Republic and the Jedi Order. When the Clone Wars begin, he becomes the reluctant leader of the Jedi Generals and the army of clone troopers. Officer Class. Many Jedi serve as generals of the clone army. The clone officers that report to the Jedi often distinguish themselves with enough to receive their own nicknames and armor markings. Commander Cody of the 212th Attack Battalion sometimes accompanies Yoda on his mission. Air Forces. Clone-piloted flying vehicles deploy from enormous Republic cruisers in orbit around battleground planets. Heavily armed gunship carries troops and vehicles on the surface while Republic attack shuttles and starfighters take on enemy ships in the skies and in space. Specialist clones. They might have identical faces under their helmets, but not every clone trooper is the same. Some receive training equipment from special jobs such as piloting vehicles, scouting hostile environments, and handling heavy weaponry. A few even have jetpacks. Ground forces. Along with the standard vehicles such as wheeled and repulsor lift tanks, the Republic Army makes use of different all-terrain walkers, from the fast and agile AT-RT to the massive six-legged AT-TE. These are operated by clone troopers who are supported on the ground by Jedi generals. How does Yoda change the course of battle? On the scorched and dusty planet of Genesis, the Jedi have fought bravely but found themselves outnumbered by Count Dooku's separatist battle droids. Just when all seems lost, Yoda arrives with a surprise. The Grand Army of the Republic. The Force is armored by clone troopers, turn the tide of battle and saves the day. Yoda to the rescue. The Jedi Master takes the command of the clone army and directs his Republic gunships to aid the Jedi on Genesis. Their arrival is a complete surprise to the Separatists who thought they had beaten the Jedi. Yoda's army reinvigorates the Republic's fight and Count Dooku flees. The Republic gunship is a familiar sight during the Clone Wars, also known as the Low Altitude Assault Transport, LATS. These powerful ships transport dozens of clone troopers in their open central sections. Against the Separatists, the Battle of Genesis marks the beginning of the Clone Wars. Although the Jedi did not lose this battle, they have far from won the war. Under Yoda's expert leadership, the Republic Army battles Separatists all over the galaxy. On world after world, Yoda's wise strategies help the clone troopers and their Jedi generals to score important victories against the ever-expanding ranks of the droid legions. When was Yoda's darkest hour? The greatest betrayal that Yoda ever faces comes when Supreme Chancellor Palpatine commands the clone army to turn on the Jedi generals. Most of the Jedi fall to the unexpected attack. Just a few scattered survivors remain, on the run from the forces of Palpatine's newly established empire. Clone Crisis. Yoda has relied on his clone troopers on dozens of planets during the Clone Wars, and he trusts them always to carry out their missions. During the Battle of Kashyyyk, Yoda knows that Commander Gree will faithfully follow his orders. He just doesn't realize whose orders the clone commander will follow first. Order 66. As part of his plan to take over the galaxy, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine contacts the clone commanders and executes Order 66, a secret instruction that declares the Jedi to be traitors to the Republic. It's the beginning of a new regime and the fall of the old Jedi Order. Order 66 is a contingency plan for dealing with the Jedi Order should the Jedi ever become a threat to the Republic. When the clone troopers receive Order 66 command, they will betray their Jedi allies with deadly consequences. The end.